Hey, I'm Alina with Jar Farms and I am making a kale salad tonight. So what I have found the easiest for me is to hold the kale upside down and then just simply pinch the leaf off of the stem. Then I like to just go another step further and pinch and rip the leaf rather than having to cut it. That makes it a bite-sizable option. So I am just going through this pile of kale that I harvested just a few minutes ago from our garden and doing that. So we'll be back in a flash.
Hello, how you make it? You put it like this, you pinch it, and then whip it up. You do not want to put the cannon dough by. We peel it. We hope you have a good time peeling them.
Yes, so all of these will go in our compost pile. Or we give to our chickens, right?
Yes.
All right, so I'm back. I have got all my stems here. These are gonna be composted. And then I have my my kale in my salad bowl or my salad spinner. So what I've done here is I've filled a lot of this up with water and I kind of just pushed it down and around to just clean it. So now I'm gonna use my salad spinner to dry it and get anything else out. So this one we just simply picked up at Walmart, but it already has a lot of water. So I'm gonna dump that. And I like to do this step 2 to 3 times, depending on how much water is coming out. So still got quite a bit of water. Sometimes 4, just depending on that water. You really don't want to have your salad or your greens or your kale in this case very damp. So I'm getting less and less. I'm gonna just spin it one more time. So there's just a little tiny bit in here. Just pour that out. And then I have my salad bowl here and I am going to put all my ingredients together. So tonight we are making a lemon cranberry salad. It's an all recipe and I have found that it's one of my favorites. So it calls for a half a cup of lemon juice, but I think that's too much. It's too much lemon. So I'm doing just right under a 1/4. So I have a 1/4 of lemon juice, a tablespoon of sugar, actually a teaspoon of sugar, a tablespoon of olive oil, and this is grapeseed oil. It called for canola oil, but I like to use grapeseed, and so that's a tablespoon of that. So I'm just gonna whisk that together. And once I get my kale mixed in well to this dressing, then I'll add my craisins and my sunflower seeds. So I just use my hands. This method is called a massage. So just massaging that dressing into the kale. So it's becoming oilier and it's getting a little condensed down. So I'm going to add a little bit more of my kale here. Sometimes you might find that you need to cut your kale a little bit more, and if that's the case, honestly, I just use my scissors. And it just gives it more of that bite-sizedness. So I think that will do. I can save the rest of the kale that I've cleaned and trimmed for breakfast in the morning. But this is a nice nicely coated kale salad. You can see the shine in there. And then I'm just gonna wash my hands real quick. The next step here is the sunflower seeds. So it calls for a half a cup of sunflower seeds and a half a cup of raisins. I just like to wing, and so I just do a couple of handfuls and just kind of spread it around. That says Easter. So I might need to add a little bit more once I get it mixed in. And then the same thing here with the sunflower seeds. It's also so hard to judge it by the recipes because the recipes might be calling for more or less kale. So it just all depends. And I just use my hands once again, and then salt and pepper. So the recipe calls for grape tomatoes too, which I don't have today. It does add a really good taste to it. I just kind of impulsively decided to make this tonight. So there it is. Tastes really good. It's got a nice punch of lemon, but not too much. I might add a little bit more salt, but I think that this is perfect.
Hope you had a good weekend. Bye.
Bye.